Well, it turns out my little Sunday afternoon rain dance with our boy George worked, because that afternoon the skies opened up and we had a glorious rain event. 32 mil of much needed rain, enough to settle the smoke, put out all the small fires that were still burning, and to kickstart the rejuvenation process. You can see from these drone shots that the regrowth in all the burnt areas is already starting, just a few days later.
Some of you have asked in the comments to see more drone shots of the block. Well, here you are. This is our entrance from the road. This is our driveway. That's the overflow pond, looking a bit scungy at the moment. We cleaned this zone up the other day in our last video. And one of the extra fire breaks the emergency services crew pushed with a grader, just in case the fires kicked off overnight. They did everything they could to prevent the fire from continuing up on our block. This is what we call the duck pond on the left. Here's the apple trees. They're growing so well, and last week we mulched them. Thanks, Doug. There's always something to do here on the block, and we're always planning ahead. We thought we'd use this brief window before the house arrives to get our friend Matt and his Dozer back to clean up our existing fire breaks and to get a few other areas prepped for some future projects. Those who have been following along will remember Matt from episode 2, when he was getting our driveway built with gravel from the dam and sorting out our drainage. Anyway, he's back with his truck, his Cat D6 Dozer and his Land Cruiser. This is the first time he'd been back after building the driveway, and he was pretty impressed with how the driveway has been holding up after 12 months. We've planned a few projects while Matt is on site. The first thing we wanted him to do was to make a new overflow for the big dam, and to push in a new pad for our future guest cabin.
We hope to build a little cabin one day after the house gets finished, right about here, in an existing clearing amongst the hoop and bunya trees, next to the forest, surrounded by birds, so our friends or family or possibly some other guests can have somewhere to stay that's not in the house if they don't want to be.
While Matt is on site, let's maximise his time with us and get the most work done. This is the most cost-effective way to use his time and his big machines. Our plans are always evolving, and the base of this cabin was something we started in Emerald before we got to Jilby. That project has been pushed to the side for years now, as we got on with other projects, like purchasing Jilby, and spending our time and money developing our paradise here. But one day we will revisit the cabin build.
The cabin itself will be quite simple, off-grid of course, with a little solar panel, some stored battery power. We'll catch the rain and have a composting toilet. This little cabin will be more like a retreat for someone to go and get away from the hustle of big city life, somewhere to switch off. So here's Matt doing what Matt does, getting on with it and preparing our cabin pad. It's amazing what Matt's able to do with his Dozer. In a short amount of time, he sure gets a huge amount of work done. Matt's next project is the pad where we'll set up a couple of shipping containers and use as a storage yard. At the moment, our shed is where we're living, so there's no real place to keep things out of the elements. So this will be a place for things like the flower mower, the bobcat, the ride-on mower and the farm truck. We'll also use it to store our building materials over the next 12 months while we chip away at our renovation.
I'm out here wandering these haunted streets with a restless heart, man. These blues are deep, I've been a long lost soul. And all my life I got this old time curse, man, I don't know why. And there's a moon and it's sinking low as I float past Chinatown, neon glow, another long lost soul out here tonight. My mind's burning, man, it's spinning like a satellite. Just another lost soul, and out here alone. Just another lost soul, trying to get back home. Been sleepwalking through this town, and all my sweet talking, still I'm bound to be a long lost soul, lost in these crowds. I gotta lift this spell, man, I don't know how. 'Cause nothing shines in this desolate place, just another angel falling from grace, another long lost soul out here tonight. The city's humming, man, I can't be satisfied. Just another lost soul, and out here alone. Just another lost soul, trying to get back home. Just another lost soul.